Coming out the gate with a stoner flick. Now this was a gem when I discovered it back in high school. A very simple plot, two friends, Joe and Hubs, trying to have a wild weekend. It has great writing, great acting, and a sense not to take itself too seriously. Made way back in 1994. The IMDb and Rotten Tomatoes scores are actually good for this movie. Shot on a very low budget with some D-list actors, including Grace Slick's daughter, and a quick appearance from Jake Busey. Playing out a scenario I think most of us have been in. Getting high, getting drunk, trying to get laid. Yeah, I think all of us can relate up to this point. So let's get some Ox 45 and get into it. This is set up in late 1970s California. Our two friends, Joe and Hubs, hop in the Blue Torpedo with some skank weed. We end up with some great character arcs and a fulfilling ending. After Joe and Hubs cruise around for a bit, they stop a few times and encounter a bunch of their friends, and then they get some information where a hot chick is going to be for the night. The only catch is a bigger, tougher guy also wants the same chick they got the information on. So they create a diversion to distract them, and off they head to go meet this chick. What we do for pussy. Needless to say, with a combination of alcohol, weed, hot chicks, and a guy the size of a gorilla looking to kick your ass, things will get interesting. The good of this movie is the great one-liners and running jokes. The characters will leave a lasting impression on you, and it kind of shows what great acting and a simple story that's well executed can do. The script and the plot is tight, and the cast and the acting and pacing are all done very well. They try their best to keep you laughing, and every scene is humorous. This has running jokes, great one-liners. I don't want to give too much spoilers away, but this will always keep you laughing. Every scene tries to give you something hilarious, sometimes subtle, and then sometimes over the top. There's nudity, pissing in ice trays, recycling lines to be used later, but in a different context. It's a clever stony mover that's better than it has any right to be. It has a soul, it's alive. I actually believe that these people existed. The bad of this movie is definitely the budget. I think with a few more million, they could have come up with a much cleaner movie. Also, there could have been a little more backstory to a few of the characters, but I think it's enough of a good writing to make a fulfilling movie. I have to say the highlights are the chemistry of the cast, the witty and tight writing, and this has one of the funniest fight scenes I have ever seen in my entire life. There's party crashing, boobs, the old Frankie Avalon house, Crump's brother, Tack's witty mouth. Friendship dynamics get tested, some dynamics change, some remain the same, but I think we can all relate or maybe have seen some of these friendship dynamics. I believe the Stoned Age can hold its own up against Half-Baked, Dazed and Confused or Friday. This is a must-see if you're a stoner flick fan. Roll up a couple J's and get some alcohol, sit back, and prepare to be entertained. Whenever I see this movie, I laugh at something new every time. I don't want to oversell this movie, but I don't want to undersell it either. It's a classic, well-done stoner flick if you're into that sort of thing. You'll be glad you saw it. I'm going to give Stoned Age the thumbs up rating. I hope Brutal Monkey Entertainment has brought you a solid recommendation. Happy smoking.
Glowing, she ain't even naked.